Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another video. All right, y'all, another Spence Garcia video. So, dropped the video on Danny Garcia and his power. Now I'm going to do this video on Errol Spence. And probably Thursday or Friday, I'm going to do my breakdown prediction for Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia. So, yeah, definitely looking forward to this fight, like I told y'all. So yeah, I talked about Danny's power in the last video. So, leading up to this one, my question for y'all for Errol Spence Jr. is, can Errol Spence be the first to stop Danny Garcia? I mean, looking at Errol Spence right now, the confidence he carries, the heart, the tools, the drive, the drive to want to get back in there against a top level contender like Danny Garcia, really shows you that this guy is ready. He's really ready. Now, we know he is mentally, but physically we have to know. We really need to know after such a terrible car accident. But yeah, the question I have for y'all leading up to this fight, when you match these guys up, if you listen to my video talking about Danny Garcia's power, can Errol be the first to go in there and stop a fighter like Danny Garcia? Now, honestly, I feel like Errol has more than enough tools to box Danny to a clear-cut decision. I feel like he can definitely go in there and win that fight, win the boxing match, maybe even eight rounds to 4, possibly like 9 rounds to 3, just off of his pressure and his jab and his ability to, make adjustments in a fight, and just off of his strength. But the question I have for y'all, like I said, is, does he have the ability to stop Danny Garcia? Well, for me, honestly, I think Errol definitely has the tools to stop Danny Garcia. I think he has the tools more so than Danny has the tools to stop Errol. Now, I know y'all might think I'm crazy, but if y'all listen to my breakdown of Danny's power and how devastating of a puncher he is, then you know what I'm talking about. I feel like Danny is a decent puncher. If y'all haven't heard that video, I know Danny's a decent puncher, but he's not like a devastating puncher. Like, I don't see him hurting Errol Spence with like one shot or knocking Errol Spence out cold. Like, Danny Garcia's knocked nobody out at 147 like that. Even the guys that he has knocked out, he's had to break them down and chip away at him. So with that being said, if he doesn't have that to depend on, I don't see him knocking Errol Spence out. Whereas Errol Spence, I could see him breaking a guy like Danny Garcia down and eventually stopping him. But it's going to take these keys right here that I have right in front of me that I'm going to give to y'all that Errol Spence would have to use. The first up for Errol Spence, in order to earn a stoppage against Danny Garcia, he has to use his body attack, the body punch. Early on, Errol Spence, he became known as a very solid body puncher. He'd go in there, stay dedicated to the body, to break guys down, to knock the wind out of them, to drop them, or just to set up the headshots alone. So going into this fight against Danny Garcia, somebody I know will be cautious of the headshots. Errol's going to have to go in there, stab, jab to the body, hook around to the side, be willing to take a shot, to give 2 or 3 shots, to really hurt Danny and take away the legs of Danny and make Danny not want to throw hard power shots. So if he goes to the body early on, Danny can stay on the back foot, stay pinned up, with the elbows to the body, and that'll open up headshots. So then whenever he's pinned to the body, he can just, tattoo the head, get off some quick combinations and just really frustrate Danny. So the mixture of the body attack could either stop him to the body or open up the headshots, which, he could stop Danny Garcia with an accumulation to the head. And, I know Danny has a hard head. But whenever you start mixing in body shots, whenever you take a body shot, man, that'll take you out of there. It'll completely shut a guy down. So if he works the body early, it could definitely open up, options on whether he can stop him with the body shot or, stop him with the headshot, by, like I said, timing him or just setting that shot up that Danny won't expect. So the body is something he's going to have to attack early on and hard to earn a stoppage. Second, I would say, is controlled pressure, that calculated pressure from Errol Spence. He's going to have to apply that and offset Danny's feet so Danny can't keep his feet planted to get off the hard shots that he needs. He's going to have to back him up and just keep him fighting off the back foot, kind of like Matisse did. But I feel like Errol Spence is a much bigger, stronger, smarter fighter than Lucas Matisse, whereas Lucas Matisse was backing him up, always looking for that puncher's chance. Errol Spence, he can back him up, put the pressure on him, and just get off first. Keep Danny pinned up and just working with good, solid jabs and body shots. That was something that Lamont Peterson was able to do in their fight. In the second half, Lamont Peterson versus Danny Garcia, which is a fight I thought Lamont won or edged out. I think Lamont Peterson he had good moments where he was backing Danny up with the pressure and was landing good shots. So imagine a much bigger, stronger version of Lamont Peterson in Errol Spence. So if he does that, which I know he can, but better, that could definitely earn him a stoppage win. So if he applies pressure like Lamont did, goes to the head and to the body, just walks him down, and then just like stays completely out of reach and makes Danny miss wild, he could come back with some good counters in that pressure mode. So that's another key I feel like he could use, just that good control pressure, staying in front of Danny, but staying out of reach and getting out of reach, real quick. Last thing I'll say is that the reach and the height advantage will definitely come into play, because if he gets full extensions on his shots, and then stays completely out of Danny's way, that's definitely going to put Danny on notice. And if he starts to get frustrated early on with those heavy hits from the jab, that's going to open up that left hand. And, Errol Spence's left hand is very solid, so if he lands a few left hands throughout the 12-round fight, he could eventually get a late round stoppage over. So, yeah, I think it's just going to come down to being a steady beating from Errol Spence. He's going to have to dish out a dominant beating to actually stop a guy like Danny Garcia. And notice I say stop. Like, I don't really necessarily know if Errol Spence can knock him out, especially after, a long layoff. Knockout, I'm thinking, knocked down cold, knocked out with one single body shot, which is possible. But when I'm talking like stoppage, I'm just meaning like just a constant beating where he rocks him, and then accumulation where the referee has to step in, or where Angel has to step in and say, "Nah, you're taking too much of a beating. I got to stop this." So that's why I just say stoppage in this fight, because I don't know if Errol's going to go in there with just knockout on his mind. He's coming back after a long layoff. Like I said, he wants to go back in there and win, but the stoppage is there. As long as he's, putting that pressure, going to the body, to the head, the stoppage win is there. So just so y'all know, that's what I mean. Stoppage, just either by the corner or by the referee, but I don't see Errol Spence like knocking Danny out cold, because the chin of Danny is solid. But let me know, guys, in the comment section what y'all think. Do you think Errol Spence can give Danny Garcia his first stoppage loss, and do you think he'll commit to it in this fight? Let me know, guys. I'll be back Thursday or Friday with my breakdown prediction of Spence Garcia. Give you my final pick on who I think will win the fight. Combo Breaker 99. All boxing everything. I'm out. Peace.